As with all things, it is best to start with the beginning, the creation. All things after it are a result of it, and the nature of it reverberates down through the millennia. A great many mystic and tribal storytellers impart some version of this story. I am using ancient writings from the Black Book of La Maison. I choose this source because La Maison was a skilled sage, renowned for his knowledge of Sketsiman mysticism and folklore. In his time, he collected vast stores of knowledge from diverse places, and had a unique genius for distilling the essence of things from a vast array of different sources. He describes the creation of our universe in the following terms. Before the beginning there was void, nothing, no flesh, no rock, no air, no heat, no light, no dark, nothing, save a single perfect pearl. Within that pearl dreamed a mighty, unfathomable spirit, the One, Anu. Made of shining diamonds, Anu was the sum of all things, good and evil, light and dark, physical and mystical, joy and sadness, all reflected across the crystalline facets of its form, and within its eternal dream state, Anu considered itself, all of its myriad facets. Seeking a state of total purity and perfection, Anu cast out all evil from itself. All dissonance was gone. But what of the cast-off aspects of its being? Dark parts, the sharp, searing aspects of hate and pridefulness. Those could not remain in a state of separation, for all things are drawn to all things. All parts are drawn to the whole. The discordant parts assembled into a beast, the dragon. Tathamet was his name, and he breathed unending death and darkness from his 7 devouring heads. The dragon was solely composed of Anu's cast-off aspects. The end sum of the whole became a singular evil, the prime evil, from which all vileness would eventually spread throughout existence. Though separate beings, Anu and the dragon were bound together within the pearl's shadowed womb. There they warred against each other in an unending clash of light and shadow for ages uncounted. The Diamond Warrior and the 7-headed dragon proved to be equal of the other, neither ever gaining the upper hand in their fierce and unending battle. Till at last, their energies nearly spent after countless millennia of battle, the two combatants delivered their final blows. The energies unleashed by their impossible fury ignited an explosion of light and matter so vast and terrible that it birthed the very universe all around us. All of the stars above and the darkness that binds them, all that we touch, all that we feel, all that we know, all that is unknown. All of it continues through the night and day in the ebbing and flowing of the ocean tides, and in the destruction of fire and the creation of the seed. Everything of which we are aware, and that we are utterly unaware, was created with the deaths of Anu and the dragon Tathamet. In the epicenter of reality lies Pandemonium, the scar of the universe's violent birth. At its chaotic center lay the heart of creation, a massive jewel unlike any other, the Eye of Anu, the World Stone. It is the foundation stone of all places and times, a nexus of realities and vast, untold possibility. Anu and Tathamet are no more, yet their distinct essences pre-meted the nascent universe, and eventually became the bedrock of what we know to be the high heavens and the burning hells. Anu's shining spine spun into the primordial darkness, where it slowed and cooled. Over countless ages is formed into the crystal arch, around which the high heavens took shape and form. Though Anu was gone, some resonance of it remained in the holy ark. Spirits bled forth from it, shining angels of light and sound, who embodied the virtuous aspects of what the One had been. Yet, Despite the grace and beauty of its shining realm, it lacked the perfection of Anu's spirit. Anu had passed into a benevolent place beyond its broken universe, a paradise of which nothing is known, and yet represents perhaps the greatest kept secret of creation. Longed for, but unimaginable. Just as heaven cooled in its space above, Tathamet's black and smoldering husk spiraled into the lower darkness of reality. From his putrid flesh grew the realms of the burning hells. The dragon's 7 severed heads arose as the evils, the 3 strongest of which would be known as the primevals. They, along with their 4 lesser brethren, would rule over the revenating demonic hordes that spawned like maggots from the desiccated cavities of the burning hells. Thus was how all of what we know began. In time, the lords of hell and the angels of heaven met and clashed. The battle raged unceasing, and thus would come to be known as the eternal conflict. It is written in the book of long shadows that the eternal conflict shall continue on forever across countless planes of existence, until further mysteries, unknown to even the angels and the demons, shall reveal themselves. Over the millennia, many scholars have interpreted this in various ways. Some, especially in the primitive tribes who look to the sky for their understanding of the universe, view all this as literally true. They believe that Anu's spine is the physical object in the universe. The demons are born from a rotting flesh of the Tathamet. Other scholars and mystics take this less literally and perceive the telling of Anu and Tathamet's battle as an elaborated metaphor for good and evil and a constant whirring dynamic seen among the forces of nature.